As I stand here, I wish I could say that I've had many women in my life I can consider a strong role model. Someone I can look up to. Someone that teaches me how to be my own person and how to find my own path. And although my mom really did try her best, she was really only teaching me what she was taught as a child at a very different time. I've never actually been able to look anywhere and see a correct depiction of the women of my culture, and that includes the media. Whenever I saw women that looked like me on TV, they were usually depicted in one of two ways: a laborer or an object of desire with nothing of substance to offer. I am nothing like these representations on TV, and I can promise you that I plan on living a very different life than these role models tell me to live. Hollywood has forever pinned the women of my culture as women who clean other people's houses. And sadly, my culture has also enforced this horrible way of thinking. Whenever we see Hispanic women on TV, they're almost always depicted as maids with broken English. Family Guy, Devious Maids have all showcased Latina women with this horrible stereotype. These are the types of role models that girls like me have looked up to all our life because there was no one else there. As a child, I convinced myself that my goal in life was to be a housewife, to have a big family, and to know how to cook and clean because that's what I was born to do. But joke's on everyone. I hate cleaning with all my heart, and I'm the worst cook in the world. I don't want to be stuck catering to other people's needs. And although this may sound selfish, I want to look out for my own needs first. Another demeaning stereotype the Latina women have to endure is a loud, airheaded object of desire with exaggerated curves and tight clothes and who has an exotic accent. Desperate Housewives, Modern Family, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine all showcase Hispanic women like this. These role models have only taught me that in order to get far in life as a Hispanic woman is by having their traditional curves that apparently all Latinas have, and by using them in order to get far in life. Just because my hips don't lie quite like Shakira's do doesn't mean I'm less of a Latina. It means I'm more than my body. It means I'm smart. It means I'm ambitious. It means I'm independent. With the lack of strong role models in my life as a child, I was left to look up to the only ethnic figure I knew would always keep me intellectually challenged: Dora the Explorer. Dora had all the qualities I looked for in a role model. She was smart, she was creative, she had an amazing sense of curiosity. Looking back now, I am happy I was constantly comparing her. I guess when people see two small brown girls with black hair, people automatically think they look alike. It breaks my heart to know that as a child, the only person on TV that told me I could be more than an object or a maid was a cartoon with a monkey as her best friend. This was my reality and still is for many Latina girls. And Latinas deserve to look up to someone who isn't just a cartoon. As I grew older, the writer and artist Frida Kahlo became another great inspiration in my life. The majority of her artwork involved self-discovery. She was all for knowing who you are and who you wanted to be. She said, "I paint self-portraits because I am so often alone, because I am the person I know best." She never let the patriarchy of the Mexican culture affect her and the way she lived her life. I aspire to live a life where I know who I am and who I want to be. A life where I'm not trying to achieve all the expectations society is imposing on me. A life where the only person who should tell me how I should be perceived is myself. As a child, media influenced my beliefs and encouraged me to shy away from my own roots. I never wanted to go out with my very Mexican-looking dad with his dark skin and bushy mustache. And I never wanted to go out with my mom because of her lack of English embarrassed me. And I never wanted to continue my family's traditional holidays, like El Dia de la Virgen, because I felt like this was wrong, that this was America, and we should accustom ourselves to the new culture. And this was the message I was getting from the people I saw on TV. None of the successful characters looked or acted anywhere to what my family looks or acts like. But I had decided to not let these role models influence me. So I decided to grow up and be the person I wish I had seen on TV. The strong, successful Latina who doesn't let anyone stop her from achieving her dreams and who isn't afraid of her heritage. Frida Kahlo once said, "No quiero que pienses como yo, solo que pienses." Or, "I don't want you to think like me, I only want you to think." And I'm not here to tell you that you have to have an aspiration to change the world, but if you look at your life right now and you wouldn't look up to yourself, then you need to do some thinking. Because I did, and I decided to become my own role model. Because when I picture my future, I don't see myself waiting on my husband. I don't see myself driving a minivan full of kids. And I don't see myself being used as an object because of my roots. I do see myself walking through Times Square with a designer suit on and the latest phone pressed to my ear, negotiating a business deal that's going to change everybody's life for the better. I see myself walking into my very high-paying job like a surgeon and leading the meeting with so much confidence that I inspire my employees to work harder and harder each day. I will not let the limited role models available to me determine how I will live my life. And you shouldn't either. If you aren't seeing any role models that you look up to or want to be like, get out there and become your own role model. Become the person you wish you had seen. So if in 10 years you're ever looking for me, you can figure that I'll be in New York City making a living for myself while being a strong Latina feminist and broadcasting how proud I am of my heritage. Thank you.